before he became an internet sensation, racking up hundreds of thousands of views each video on TikTok. Before he spent 7 years with his owner, creating one of the strongest bonds ever. Before he was taken by the NYC government in a raid that turned lethal.
Peanut was the best thing that ever happened to us, and we got confirmation that they put him down.
Peanut's story began in 2017 when Mark Longo found him a young eastern gray squirrel left alone after his mother was hit by a car in New York City. Mark attempted to find a shelter that could take Peanut in, but with no luck, he took on the responsibility himself. For 8 months, Mark fed Peanut with a bottle, and when the time came, he felt Peanut was ready to return to the wild. However, Peanut had a different idea. I released him in the backyard, and a day and a half later, I found him sitting on my porch, missing half his tail. So here I am, bawling my eyes out like I failed you as your human, Mark recalls. And I kind of opened the door, he ran inside, and that was the last of Peanut's wildlife career. I'm your host Yusuf, aka ZXC, and welcome to Before They Were Gone, a segment we have where we cover celebs that left us too soon. Today we're covering a furry friend that was taken out by what some people think is unjust means.
They took 2 innocent animals and they took Peanut from me.
We want to bring back the community on this channel. We have giveaways and contests coming soon. For now, let us know in the comments who to do next, and if we pick yours, we'll shout you out. Now, let's get into the video. Since Peanut the Squirrel returned to Mark Longo's life, his world has truly transformed. For the past 7 years, Mark, Peanut the Squirrel, Fred the Raccoon, and Chloe the Cat have lived in an almost magical harmony, creating a quirky but warm family unit that's full of unforgettable moments. These 4 friends share everything from cooking meals to brushing teeth and relaxing on the couch, a true animal-human household where each of them has a place. This unusual but deeply rewarding friendship has brought Mark more than he could have imagined. I'm so grateful for Peanut. Having him has made me a better person in so many ways, Mark said with sincerity. He's made me nicer, more patient. You let a lot of the little stuff slide when you've got a buddy like him around. What started as a private, heartwarming friendship quickly became something more. When Mark began sharing their adventures online, he realized that Peanut wasn't just bringing joy into his life. He had the power to bring smiles to people everywhere. Fans began following their lives, cheering on Peanut's antics, and eagerly awaiting updates on his escapades. Peanut even began meeting his fans, spreading cheer in real life. Mark explains how meaningful this has been for him. It's amazing to give back in this way. I feel blessed to have this incredible following for it. I just want to make sure we do as much good as we can, just sharing that joy with others. For 7 memorable years, Peanut was under Mark's loving care in their hometown of Norwalk, Connecticut. During this time, Mark began posting videos of Peanut to Instagram, especially of the little guy enjoying some waffles, which quickly became a fan favorite. By October 2024, Peanut's account had gathered a massive following of over 534,000 people who eagerly tuned in for updates on this unique squirrel. With each post, the world saw Peanut and Mark's friendship deepen, and their adventures only grew more endearing. But the story of Peanut didn't stop there. In April 2023, Mark and his wife took a big step forward in their lives and in their passion for animals. They moved from Norwalk to upstate New York to create the Peanuts Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary, a place dedicated to helping animals in need. Half of the sanctuary's expenses were covered by the Longos, while the rest was supported by the revenue generated from Peanut's popular social media accounts. And by November 2024, the sanctuary had become home to over 300 animals, all finding safety and compassion under the Longos' care. It was a dream realized, a way to give back on a much larger scale. However, in October 2024, this peaceful and heartwarming life took a devastating turn. Peanut and Fred the Raccoon, who had also become a beloved member of their family, were taken from Mark's home in Pine City, New York by officials from the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation, or DEC. Acting on anonymous complaints, the DEC cited concerns over the animals' potential health risks, claiming that Peanut allegedly bit one of their personnel during the seizure. Peanut and Fred were removed with the stated intention of testing for rabies, a decision that would later turn tragic as they were removed from the earth. Mark recalls that he and his wife were actively working to have Peanut certified as an educational animal, a designation that would have allowed him to continue living with them legally, when Peanut was abruptly taken. Deeply affected by the loss, Mark spoke up, stating that this decision won't go unheard. As news spread, it became clear that Peanut was much more than a squirrel. He had become a symbol for many, and his story resonated far and wide. In a reflective interview with the New York Post, Mark shared his belief that jealousy might have played a role in the anonymous complaints. He acknowledged that Peanut's fame on social media had led to earnings, sometimes reaching up to $800,000 a month. This financial success, along with Peanut's popularity, might have stirred envy, ultimately leading to the complaints and the tragic outcome. Peanut's untimely passing even attracted the attention of prominent political figures, sparking a wave of criticism from Republican leaders and supporters. They questioned the DEC's priorities, especially as some saw Peanut's case as a reflection of overreach in government regulations regarding wildlife as pets. Supporters of the Trump campaign took particular issue with what they saw as the Biden-Harris administration's strict policies on licensing for wild animals as pets, seeing Peanut's case as an unfortunate casualty of these rules. Congressman Nick Langworthy also voiced his frustration over the DEC's actions, choosing to highlight other pressing issues that he felt the DEC was neglecting. In a post on X, Langworthy criticized the DEC for focusing on seizing a pet squirrel instead of addressing flood mitigation in Steuben County, where local officials had been struggling to get the necessary permits to clear debris-filled waterways. The comment added fuel to an already intense debate over the DEC's choices, suggesting that the focus on Peanut was misplaced. Adding to the discourse, the famous tech billionaire Elon Musk weighed in on the controversy, posting his own sharp critique. "The government is a mindless and heartless machine," Elon Musk wrote on X, emphasizing his disapproval of how Peanut's case was handled. His comment captured the sentiment of many fans who had followed Peanut's journey, seeing the squirrel's removal as a tragic and unnecessary act. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., an independent candidate in the 2024 presidential race who had recently dropped out and endorsed Trump, brought an element of sarcasm to the conversation too. Commenting on X, he questioned the DEC's methods with a pointed remark. "Are these the same guys that ended my whale and my bear? And what happened to the head? Just asking for a friend." At a campaign rally in North Carolina, Senator J.D. Vance made sure Peanut's story stayed front and center. He even mentioned Trump's emotional response to the incident, noting, "Don's fired up about Peanut the Squirrel." The comment illustrated the level of awareness and frustration among public figures over how Peanut's life had come to an end. Andrew Cuomo's spokesperson also made a rare statement criticizing the DEC's approach in this case, joining a growing chorus of public figures expressing dissatisfaction with how Peanut's situation was handled. The collective outrage highlighted a desire for accountability and a reassessment of the rules and regulations governing interactions with beloved animals like Peanut. For Mark, though, the pain remains personal. Peanut was more than a social media sensation. He was a companion, a little friend who brought warmth, love, and laughter into his life. Peanut's story has stirred the hearts of many, sparking conversations not only about animal rights, but also about the depth of connection people can form with animals. As Mark continues to move forward, his commitment to honoring Peanut's memory and bringing awareness to their bond remains strong. On an Instagram post, Mark shared his sadness. His caption said, "Well, internet, you won. You took one of the most amazing animals away from me because of your selfishness. To the group of people who called DEC, there's a special place in hell for you." Today at 10 a.m. Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, the New York State DEC showed up to my house and took Peanut. He was taken to be euthanized. I'm in shock, disbelief, and disgusted with the people who did this to Peanut. For the last 7 years, Peanut has been my best friend. He's been the center of my world and many of yours for so long. I don't know how to process this emotionally. Last year, we moved to New York in hopes of starting a nonprofit animal rescue in Peanut's name. Peanut's Freedom Farm will forever live in Peanut's memory. With over 350 rescues, we've relied heavily on Peanut and his internet family to gather donations to help more animals. I don't even know how I will continue to fundraise for this nonprofit. I'll be taking a break from social media for a bit. To the people who did this, thank you for breaking apart a family and crushing any hopes of our nonprofit to survive. I want to thank those who have stuck by up for the last 7 years to watch Peanut and his antics. I will set up a fundraiser for those who want to donate in Peanut's name. I'll never give up on this nonprofit or those who fell in love with Peanut. Thank you all, Mark Longo. With Peanut's Freedom Farm Animal Sanctuary still surviving, Mark is determined to keep Peanut's legacy alive. using his story as a reminder of how powerful love and friendship can be even when it crosses species. Peanut's fans remember him not only for his cute videos and funny moments, but for the joy he brought to so many. In a way, Peanut's spirit lives on, continuing to spread a message of kindness, compassion, and the importance of treasuring the connections we build with each other, no matter how small or unexpected they may be. Thanks for watching. What are your thoughts on Peanut the Squirrel? Do you think justice needs to be served for him? Let us know in the comments, and while you're down there, you can show your support to us by leaving a like on this video or even sub if you really like this vid and want to see more like it. Anyways, have a great day and peace out.
Alright guys, as you know, before they're famous, they've partnered with Mogul Productions, which is allowing you access to Hollywood events and film sets. We're giving you the ability to either crowdfund as an investor or as a creator. And we're talking getting things like producer credits, access to red carpet events, stuff you could never have before. I mean, the Harvey Weinsteins and those guys who ran the world, well, the worst ones are locked away. And with the power of Web3, we're all getting our shot at doing what we love. I mean, you can even get a walk-on role in an upcoming feature film that's going to be released theatrically. There's no more Hollywood gatekeepers because Mogul Productions, well, they're making your Hollywood dreams a reality. And it's all through the power of Web3 and a tight-knit community. And we're also working with musical acts like Rello Renzano. Have you heard of him? Well, we just released his Before They Were Famous video, which included an in-depth interview. Take a look.
So can you tell us about your journey into music and what inspired you to become a musician?
I don't even know.
So for this project here, well, Mogul Productions, they've teamed up with Rello for his debut album release, Can't Escape the Allure. Now, this isn't just like your average album launch. It's a revolutionary opportunity for early supporters to share in Rello's success, earning a portion of the album's profits. And trust me, I interviewed him. This guy's going places. He's got the look, he's got the talent, he's even got some flavor. I'm rooting for him. And to make things even more interesting, well, Mogul is doing a token airdrop for those who want to get involved with this project and start investing in Mogul Productions. Now, what you need to do is you go over and sign up for the whitelist. That's at zeely.io. And once you've done that, well, you leave a comment on one of the Before They Were Famous videos where you say done and your Zeely username. And that way, well, you'll be entered to win Mogul tokens. Now, they're going to allow you to spend some coin on future campaigns, like being a walk-on actor in a future movie. Heck, if you win one of those, I'll even go with you. I want to be in movies as well. Now, we got tons of collaborations and projects we'll be working on via Mogul in the future, and we update you at the end of every Before They Were Famous video, so be sure to stay tuned because we're going to be announcing new stuff each and every week. All right, till then, I'll see you guys in another video. Boom!